Sir, may I come in?
Come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Have your seat, Pranav. Comfortable?
Yes.
Have you taken COVID vaccines?
Yes.
You don't have any symptoms of the disease?
No, sir.
So remove your mask. Introduce yourself to the board members.
Sir, my name is Pranav Raj. I was born and brought up in Champaran district of Bihar. I have completed my earlier schooling from Sainik School, Gopalganj. From there, I did my class 10th and class 12th. After that, I have completed my graduation from Hindu College, Delhi University. After that, I have been preparing for civil service.
Why do you want to become an administrator?
So, India is a socialist country, and at some time, state needs to extend its hand to a large section of its people. So it's an honor to be that hand of state, that extended hand of state which takes care of its people.
When Mahatma Gandhi visited Champaran in 1917, he found the society in very many weak habits, if we don't call bad habits. And Kasturba, along with a team of many women, got engaged to improve the habits of society. Do you know what kind of habits they observed and what corrective measures they took?
So poor sanitation, probably. The sanitation condition was very poor. So Gandhiji worked
What was their program of action there?
I can't recall the name, sir.
Okay. Which leaders accompanied Gandhi in 1917 in Champaran?
J.B. Kriplani, maybe. Acharya Kriplani, he was a professor in Muzaffarpur, so he accompanied.
Okay, one J.B. Kriplani.
Apart from that, several other leaders of Bihar like Dr. Rajendra Prasad.
Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Who else?
I can recall the names.
Okay. East Champaran is a district bordering Nepal.
Yes.
Our relationship with Nepal in recent years has not been very good. But recently the Prime Minister has visited Nepal. What is the agenda of his visit? Have you followed the news? The Prime Minister of India visited Nepal.
I follow news, but I can't seem to recall the purpose of this time's visit.
Okay, what are the problems in Indo-Nepal relationship?
The Madhes region, that is the region bordering Champaran and Nepal. Those Madhesis are plain people, and the constitutional procedure of Nepal was designed in such a way that the Madhesis would be deprived of power, their constituencies were demarcated in such a way that in no region Madhesi would have power. So the people from India or the people in Champaran region who share relationships with those people, Madhes, they opposed, and India sided with that violation of rights of Madhesis. That's why blockade happened in 2015, and probably that's are the relations between India and Nepal.
Okay, do you have any site of Buddhist circuit which is being designed by the government of Bihar?
In Champaran.
Do you have any site in East Champaran?
Yes, 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 Bauddha Stupa. That is the highest stupa in the world.
Which site?
𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 Bauddha Stupa.
Okay. What's the importance of 𝐾𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢?
𝐾𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢, that Bauddha Stupa, apart from that, there is one Shiv temple in that area.
What is special about 𝐾𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 Stupa?
It is the highest in the world.
What is the height?
It is above 100 meters. I can't recall the exact height. Probably 112. I can't recall.
Okay. Pranav, thank you.
Pranav.
Yes.
Is there any famous person or personality who is also named Pranav?
Yes. Our former president, Pranab Mukherjee.
Yes.
Apart from that, one cricketer, Pranav Dhanawade. He has highest runs in school cricket in India.
Yes. Another person?
I can't remember.
Somebody from technology?
No idea. I don't have any.
Okay. So tell me, you must have observed women in Bihar by living there.
Yes.
So what are the common characteristics they follow or you have observed in women that is keeping them vulnerable?
Ma'am, I can't follow through the question.
So what have you observed in women that is keeping them vulnerable, keeping their status as vulnerable?
Ma'am, their particular habit doesn't seem to make them vulnerable. Rather, it is the side from the perpetrators. Their action makes them vulnerable. Women are just like they function or normally how they live. So if they are traveling at night, it is not their problem. It is a problem of people who commit crime. So women doesn't have any particular characteristic which make them vulnerable.
Very right, very right. So you also read?
Yes.
So name 5 books you have read and you will suggest to other people.
Currently I'm reading Crisis by Frank Gardner, And suggestions, I would suggest Amish Tripathi's book. They are good. So all the books, Ram, Sita, Ravan. Apart from that, political chronicles. Recently I read 36 Days by Kamlesh Sutar. And one more was biography of Nitish Kumar by Sudarshan Thakur. In Bihar, we do not have biography of a politician. So that is good. So I can name
these few. So what do you like about Amish Tripathi's books?
That is like reverse of generally present. Past is like, present is centered in past, like the books which we read. Amish Tripathi does the reverse. He puts the current scenario into the past, like Nirbhaya incident. He tried to incorporate that into his book Rama. So in a past society, he tries to incorporate the things which are happening in current society.
So can we say that he brings logic to the past?
Yes. He tries to explain all the phenomena that occur in past through a logic, like current logic.
Very right. So you also watch web series?
Yes.
So tell me, which web series have you watched?
Recently I watched Panchayat 2.
Okay. And few more?
I generally watch all the web series of Hindi language, like TVF Pictures.
Is there any web series which is based in Bihar?
There was one Raktanchal and one on Maharani. It was on politics.
Very right.
So it is said to be based on Bihar.
It's said to be based on Bihar. And did you like that web series?
Yes.
Why?
Acting was good, story was relatable to Bihar.
And?
The women character was quite empowered. Like in leadership, women are generally not depicted to be empowered. The representation is very less. That character was very empowered.
Very right. So tell me, what do you think about violence shown in such series, especially regarding Bihar? When the context of Bihar is there, so it is always marred with violence and abusive language.
That series didn't have violence, ma'am, but still the political series of India are marred with violence. They represent slightly to the reality also. Like criminalization of our politics is not a exaggeration. It is a reality up to some extent, but there is exaggeration also a bit.
There is exaggeration.
Slightly also. We can call.
Very right. So you are a student of anthropology.
Yes.
So tell me very briefly the movement of human species, from where to where it has moved in the course of evolution.
From African continent via Asia to West, it can be said, means there's very contested very much, but the origin happened in Africa. That's a reality.
Okay.
So they moved from Africa to some species which are found in Eastern Asia, Indonesia, or like Java man and Peking man. At the same time, Narmada man is found in India. So from there and one more movement is from Asia to West. That is Morjo found in Germany and French region. So it was like branching off from Africa only.
Okay. Thank you, Pranav.
Yes, Pranav. Do you know about the special category states?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Special category states, like the states who are on lower pedestal of economic criteria, they are given package. Like Bihar is demanding special status, but it has not been given to Bihar because it is given to generally Himalayan states.
Okay. So why Bihar is demanding for that?
One is that the economic status of Bihar is not that good. Second is during the post-independent phase, the minerals from Bihar were transported at low rate to the other states of Bihar who are getting industrialized. So Bihar gives this as one of the basis that it should be given special status.
Okay. Can you give some suggestions to promote tourism in Bihar?
Tourism is about branding and marketing. So like setting up Bihar, there one I'm missing the exact term, Bihar pavilion at the functions like book fairs which are being organized. Apart from that, running special trains, improving the staying infrastructure like constructing good hotels so that people can come. Recently, Bihar is on the every circuit like Ramayana circuit, Buddhist circuit, so they will definitely help improve the tourism in Bihar.
Okay. Now Ramayana circuit and Buddhist circuit. How Ramayana circuit and Buddhist circuit help India in his foreign policy, नेक्स्ट फॉरेन पॉलिसी बताइए.
So India shares good cultural relations with several of countries who are associated with these two. Like Ramayana circuit, it will help improve relations with South Korea, whose queen is said to be migrated from Ayodhya or Ayota. Similarly, the characters of these two mythologies, they are very much prominent in Eastern Asia, like Look East policy. So the cultural relations with these countries will improve, and so will economic and foreign relations.
Okay, that is very helpful for our foreign policy as well. Okay, one last question to you. It is regarding in our constitution, what are the provisions to prohibit the child labor?
Article 23 or 24, I
Okay.
cannot recall the exact,
Okay.
but
What is the provision?
the provision is about not employing them in hazardous condition. But later on, an amendment was made, and that included domestic work as well as in hazardous labor. Means in factories and hazardous labor, children won't be employed.
Achha, in domestic work, children cannot be employed. It is written in our constitution.
Probably the amendment which came in 2005, that included domestic labor in hazardous category itself.
Okay, hazardous. ठीक है. Okay. Okay. There is an act on child labor, and Child Labor Act 1986. ठीक ना? It provides child labor employment in family enterprises.
Yes,
ना?
sir, I forgot.
What is the relation between employment in family enterprises and right to education? If any child will employ in family enterprises, how he will get the education?
So that family enterprises concept was for transfer of indigenous knowledge which was acquired by family, like some arts and craft, so that won't be lost. So the children are allowed to work in that so that they can gain skills required for that. But a counter is that if the family enterprise, that a particular art and craft, they are working for some corporate firm, then the child will lose its education, and it will be violation of his right to education. So child shall be allowed to work in family enterprise, but that shall not be at the cost of its education.
Okay. What is the exact provision to protect that?
No, I don't know.
So,
Pranav, inflation is running very high. According to some official data, it is close to 15% on the basis of wholesale price index. Still, there is no popular resentment against this high inflation, which is running for several months. Why do you think that people are comfortable with high inflation?
Sir, probably the people are fatigued because of the pandemic situation. That can be one of the reasons. Second can be the basic necessities which people require, that is being provided by government. Food, shelter and housing, they are being taken care by government. And third can be that probably their income level is rising, that's why they are not doing.
Do you think that the media is not addressing the real issues of the people, and they have been broadly working as an agency of the second pillar of the state?
So our media is known as fourth pillar of a democracy, and in today's corporate driven media industry, the media shows only that thing which people desire or the people like to want. So it is catering the need of people, that is the democracy itself.
Okay, thank you, Pranav. Nice talking to you. Interview is over. You will go now. Come in, Pranav. Have your seat. You have mentioned that this is your third attempt in BPSC.
Yes.
Remove your mask.
Okay.
And have you appeared in the interview also?
No, sir, this is first interview.
First interview. So, how was your experience today?
Probably average.
Probably?
Average, because I was not able to answer a couple of questions. In some, I missed the exact term, which I feel like.
See, overall, you are very good. It's not important that you have not answered a couple of questions. Factual deficiencies are not considered very big deficiencies or strong. What's important is that the overall impression is very positive. You appear to be a thoroughly gentleman, well cultured, well groomed up. Your educational background is good, and you have answered almost all the questions eagerly. But of course, there are certain areas where we have identified for improvement. Most important, which is we are having consensus among all the three that while it is good that you are a soft spoken person, but sometimes you are not clearly audible. So you must speak louder.
Yes.
By at least 20-25%, you have to raise your voice level. That will be very important. And other things in expression is that maybe it is natural facial expression for you, but it gives an impression that you wear deliberately expression of helplessness, बेचारा वाला look चेहरे पे. So just to avoid that misinterpretation, what you can do that you may look more jovial, खुशनुमा थोड़ा अपने अंदर feeling रखें, radiate energy through your face and smile on right occasions. Okay. बहुत broad smile नहीं होनी चाहिए, continuity में नहीं होनी चाहिए. It should be well punctuated smile and it should be soft smiles, of course. Voice should be louder, smile could be used. In appearance, ring is not welcomed always, so keep it inside the body. That black thread is also visible, so ensure that it doesn't appear to the members outside. So either take it further back, etc. Socks should be changed. Very short socks are there, so it should be long. And these things are very good. That means these are most of the things are appearance related, but overall your intellectual faculty is very good. You analyze the question well. Your presentation is structured. That's good. You had good flow of communication, and you also displayed balance in judgment. So these mental qualities are considered, broadly speaking, is good. So we are overall very happy and optimistic about your performance. If you have any question, you can ask. Okay, all the best.
Thank you.